What's up, Scorpio? Welcome to Spread Space. I'm ClairV, and here is your reading. I usually like to shuffle on camera in front of you and you actually see your cards being dealt. But I was exporting a video and doing all these things at one time. And I figured if I shuffled and prayed a little before, then we could talk a little bit about how I felt, and then we'll jump into your cards. First off, it's very time for every one of the zodiac signs, but Scorpio, for you, Aries time is around this time is where we're gonna be feeling the effects of, if you haven't been taking care of yourself like you should, or if you haven't been doing things the way you're supposed to do them, or working how you're supposed to work, and doing things the way you're supposed to be doing it, now is the time where we're getting kicked in the ass with what we should have or could have done. For instance, if you haven't been taking care of yourself, now you're gonna feel it. If you haven't been getting to sleep, or if you've been not eating right or something, your body's gonna be feeling it now. If you haven't been working you should, people are starting to notice. If you're slacking, people are starting to say, it's starting to be known now. And now really is it time for Scorpio to go. Can't hide it anymore. Scorpio is very kind and considerate, and it's the initiation sign, the start or the beginning of all, so they say. Even though now's a good time to start new things, Scorpio, for you, it's very important to go inward during these new beginnings, to not jump too far ahead. Speaking of not jumping too far ahead, we have some cards face down. We're going to leave them to the end in hopes that they give us more clarification and a means for guidance for what we have here on the board. Now, I don't know, this definitely means something. I received brand new cards tonight, and you are this is my gift to you. This is what we're doing. I brought them out and I used them for the first time for you, Scorpio. They're beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck by Yoshitani. It's inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world, so it has bits and pieces of in it. It's a very beautiful deck, and I'm so glad to share it with you, Scorpio, so I hope you're happy with that. We're also using clarification from the Thoth Tarot, and the first 4 cards that came out for you, Scorpio, let me just tell you, they're very big, deep, heavy cards. We have, for starters, the 5 of Cups in reverse. And then the next 3 are all majors. Justice in reverse. The Sun in reverse. And the Devil in reverse. So we'll start first things first with the 5 of Cups, and then we'll get into the majors. So with the 5 of Cups, this is almost we're moving on is what we're doing, Scorpio, now. And we finally have the hope to do so. We'll see where it comes from. Now, there was the Justice is here right before the 5 of Cups, and then the Ace of Swords came out like this. So it's almost like this lie or this thing that happened, this everything that happened came through and is now over here as like this kind of sort of lost thought. But it's, if you see, it's like shining on behind her. So perhaps we're trying to move on from this, but it's like, you know, when you feel the sun beating on your back, it's like you still feel this. But that is what gives you hope, Scorpio. The star is right above that, like this. And between that is the loss. We have gain in reverse right over that. So it's like this deceit or something caused this loss that creates this idea that's lingering, kind of sort of almost piercing, and we gain hope. And let's find out the dirty details. So we have the sun in reverse. I feel as though this is like an imbalance. He like got dumped. He got dumped out of his boat. You see, he's like balancing, but he's in reverse. So it's like he got knocked off his boat. Perhaps there's some kind of delays, or it's like we're waiting around for something or someone, and perhaps this lie or this injustice is still hidden, because we have these two like this, you know. Perhaps like you don't even know about it yet. But then we have the devil in reverse, which the devil in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse is like almost like this same thing, this letting go. This is like forgiveness and like almost like we're releasing this. And it's good that we are releasing it, because we do have the Three of Cups on top of that, and that's like this abundance, and it comes quick. So perhaps we have to this is being brave in our communication when it comes to our emotions. So when dealing with this, we have to almost put our feelings into words and like get it out. And perhaps that's what this is. That piercing is for you to like make sentences out of each feeling, kind of sort of like making a poem. Like we're making like this sentence, I feel this way and this way. It doesn't have to rhyme. You don't even have to write it down, but if you think of it and speak it, if you write it down, it might make speaking it a lot easier. Mercury is also retrograde around this time, so perhaps we are speaking about previous or like being redundant, you know, this like over and over. It's like this replay energy. Excuse me for 1 second. On this side of the devil, we have the Knight of Wands on top of interference in reverse. So this tells me that you do stand up, and it's like you stand up for yourself. And if it's not standing up for yourself or how you feel or like what you want to believe, you're standing up for someone else. But this is almost like when you do or say this, it brings you more. So perhaps, for example, I see like somebody trying to walk all over you, and you're like, no, you're not going to do this to me, not today. And you respect yourself by saying no and stop, and they respect you for respecting yourself. It's like you gain a new friend. Not only do you gain a new friend, but you gain respect. And this is what this feels like to me. It's like you're going against what's wrong. We're being noble here. You're being noble, Scorpio. Whether it is sticking up for yourself or someone else, it's very noble. And perhaps you do it is verbal. We do have to come up and say, stop. Not today. And by you respecting yourself, and then now you gain respect. So now you respect yourself even more. Not only do you respect yourself more, but you have respect for this person now. Because they fucked up. They might have been walking all over you, but you told them, and now they respected that boundary. You know what I mean? If you don't say anything, they can't read your mind. So simple hints or like beating around the bush at this time, you might think of, I hinted around, I told this person 5 times. They're not catching the hint. You have to be blunt and honest and be very straight to the point, Scorpio, especially when it comes to this situation. Maybe you're in a pickle almost like me is what I think about. I've gone a week and a half trying to quit cigarettes, and it is the most difficult thing I have ever done. I've quit many things. I've completed and got through many obstacles in my life, and it's like cigarettes is the fucking hardest to stop. I went 3 whole days without one, and I went out to dinner and had the steak dinner, and all I wanted was a frickin' cigarette. I had to smoke one. But this devil in reverse is like leaving behind that. This is like finally realizing like, hey, it's like me realizing after a nice meal, like you just went all that time without a cigarette, and now you thought the whole 3 days, like, it's not like I did it for nothing, because I am smoking a lot less. But it's like keep going backwards, and perhaps it's this Mercury retrograde, doing things over. Speaking of over, I'm gonna turn over to 2 of the Thoth. Ooh, Queen of Cups. And oh my god, I shit you not, I can't make this up. The frickin' devil in reverse, right on top of the frickin' devil in reverse. Wow, if this isn't telling you to let go and let bygones be bygones, I hear. This is breaking free from this. And we're doing so with compassion. It's very important. You have these both energies, this 5 of Cups in reverse and this Queen of Cups energy. This is like forgiveness. And if we're not dealing with other people, we're forgiving ourselves, Scorpio. We are doing what we're doing must be done with compassion and kindness. We can't be like, fuck you, bye. It has to be like, I'm sorry if, it has to be sincere. It has to be compassionate. You have to express your emotions, even if they're of hurt and of, deceit and of like even if they're not good, even if it's not good, you still want to talk about it. You still want to get it out. You still want to, I hear the Ho'oponopono, like, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, and thank you. It works, not only to yourself, but to others as well. I'm going to flip over the first middle one. The Queen of Swords in reverse, and this is right in the middle. This is your energy. This is like the energy we're taking on right now, and this is why this Queen. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she's been through some shit, right? But she is so good with communication, and so blunt. But being that she's in reverse, she's not being right to the point. She's like beating around the bush, like nudging hints, like I said. And perhaps if this isn't you, perhaps this is somebody else. And if this is somebody else you're dealing with, Scorpio, it's a freaking bitch that you're dealing with. This Queen of Swords can be such a freaking bitch, especially when it comes to like the eight of wands is right to the left of her. It's like she is using this double-edged sword with her tongue. You know, it could be for, you know, you can use it for, you know, I'm sorry, or you can be like, fuck you. And this is a sense where you might be overflowing with emotions and want to be like, fuck you. But this is telling you to stop and slow down, and you want to like cut it off before like everything goes full circle. So it's like what you put out is gonna come back. So even if like somebody did something to you, somebody else talked about this, about repaying evil with evil. It's not what we're doing right now. Perhaps there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like 6 like matches. It's like 6 like things on your mind that if somebody says something, it like it sparks that match, and it makes you want to like glow. And this is where we want to almost like cut that off before, you know, we want to cut off the head before the spark comes, so that way even if there is a spark, there's no fire. You know what I'm saying? And these two, guidance, past, present, energy, balance, left, right. Let's see what we're working with. We'll take this one first. Ooh, the Hangman. And, ooh, the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Hangman's in reverse, and so is the Two of Cups in reverse. We have these two cards here, and my fingers were itching. I was thinking, and now this is very prominent. This is the Power Mudra. There's many different mudras where they help you breathe. You know, crossing your fingers for luck and things like that. You can hold your fingers a certain way. Each finger is related to a different planet. So it goes so deep. Perhaps reading books or looking at information about these mudras will help you dealing when it comes to this breakup or to this separation. And this is like opposites, or if we're like two of the same and we're bumping heads, because the Two of Cups is, this is, you know, when they get together, but this is when they come apart. This is opposites. So I'm thinking of when it's in reverse, it's like these two people with the same idea or with the same thing, and it's like bumping heads. Perhaps it could be like a man and a woman, or, you know, black and white, like different, and we're still bumping heads either way. But it is this separation. Now the Hangman in the reverse, perhaps this separation happened because of this Queen of Swords, the way, and this Mercury energy, how we talk and how, you know, what we say, or perhaps that has something to do with it. But this Hangman in reverse has a lot to do with being relieved from this, being freed from this, like this whole thing about moving on. You're no longer hanging, you know what I'm saying? You're now upright, you're on your feet, and it's like you're in power now. You gain power from this. I hear wisdom and knowledge is power. So perhaps you being very wise at this time. And she has a very long necklace on. And I see all these little roses remind me of the little those little Greek flowers that mean to divide. It's a division, and that's the same thing with this Two of Cups. Is there some sort of division here? Whether it's between your thoughts and your feelings, whether it's between you and somebody else, or a situation, there's some kind of division. And perhaps now's the time where we need a friend. It's good to go inward at this time and to be alone. But don't forget, Scorpio, you have help, and you're not gonna get it like being like this, not asking for it. So just how I said about the whole respect thing, the same thing goes. Like, if you need help, you want to stop and be like, be honest about, like, hey, I need help. Whether we're talking to our spirit team, our friends, our family, even if it is through a therapist or something, because there are deep-seated wounds here. Now, something about our toes, our feet, perhaps we should soak them at this time, maybe get a pedicure, something, because they're real red and swollen. Or here, stay on our toes but be off of our feet. Stay on your toes but get off your feet. Weird. Also, another thing with these flowers is we want to be assertive. We want to be assertive. I'll tag that short or that video in this if I remember. But we want to be assertive in what we want, like especially when it comes to us at work or with our friends or as a parent. You know, we want to be loving, but we want to be firm and assertive. And this Rose's energy, this helps. This now is the time. Now is the time, Scorpio, for you to gain power, or for now's the time that you do have the power to be assertive in your speech and to break these chains of this devil energy and to do what's right. And we do so with hope. And we have big dreams, Scorpio. Such a beautiful card, the Hangman. Hangman also has something to do with seeing things from another perspective. So perhaps we are now seeing things from like a different point of view. Where you once were hanging and helpless, you're now on your toes. And we're now on our feet, and we're seeing things from a different view. So perhaps this power, this hope will give us power to move on swiftly and smoothly. Yes, there we have it, Scorpio. I hope this helped. I appreciate you being here. Please don't forget to subscribe and like if you resonate. Thank you so very much, and we'll see you soon. Love you.